Hi, it's UHD Carlson here. Comedies, musicals, and westerns aren't normally three genres that you'd try to combine in a film, but today we're taking a look at a 4K release from Kino Lorber of a movie that's all of those things. The movie I'm talking about today is Paint Your Wagon. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. There's our cover art there with the principal cast and some of the elements of the mining town from the film. Spine text. Back cover. Pretty much the same art under the slipcover. In here we have the film on 4K Ultra High Def, which also includes a commentary track. We have the film on Blu-ray, which includes the commentary track as well as some modest bonus features as well. Brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from a 4K scan of the 35mm original camera negative. A raucous western comedy starring screen legends Clint Eastwood and Marvin, Paint Your Wagon is punctuated by a classic score by the great Lerner and Lowe, including They Called the Wind Mariah, I Talked to the Trees, and Wandering Star. The story of a gold mining boomtown full of brawny men centers on the work and play partnership of prospectors Ben and Pardner. They share everything: the gold, the laughs, the songs, even their wife. It's the musical Gold Mine of '69, directed by Joshua Logan, shot by William A. Fraker, and adapted for the screen by Patty Chayefsky. This might actually be the first time I've ever sat down and watched Paint Your Wagon from start to finish. At 164 minutes, this is definitely not a short film, and it certainly is a bit excessive in that regard, but I have to say, the movie is certainly quite charming and funny. When it comes to musicals and comedies, Clint Eastwood's not normally a guy that you'd have in mind. Granted, he did star in some more comedic films in later years, but at this point, he was probably best known for being the man with no name in all those Sergio Leone spaghetti westerns. Likewise, Marvin beautifully proved that he could play a villain in movies like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, but he also showed that he had a lighthearted, more comedic side a few years after that in the comedy western Cat Ballou. So these two, of course, were western superstars, not generally men not associated with comedy, but despite this, the two of them have a very good chemistry in this film. And of course, the female lead is played by Jean Seberg, an actress I probably couldn't name a single other role by, but she's absolutely great in this as the woman who keeps the men in their place, she being the wife that's shared by the two men. That comment alone should give you an idea of the sort of silly atmosphere this film takes on. And despite being a comedy, it's actually a beautifully shot film with cinematography by William A. Fraker, a man who'd have a career spanning several decades and several different genres of film. The songs themselves are about as catchy as you can possibly imagine. You'll find yourself humming them long after you're done watching the movie. Paint Your Wagon, again, it's a little too long, but I have to say it's certainly a charming film despite that. The cast is great. There's even a supporting part by Ray Walston, who of course would later appear on the TV series My Favorite Martian, but is probably best known to audiences for portraying teacher Mr. Hand in the 1982 comedy Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's even an appearance by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. So you've definitely got a who's who here. Great production, great cinematography, and great songs. Paint Your Wagon is a lot of fun. Paint Your Wagon makes its 4K Ultra High Def debut here, and I'm happy to say the results do not disappoint in the least. It's a movie that's always had sort of an inherent softness, so you have to understand it's never going to look razor sharp, but the colors are bright and bold. A lot of this outdoor western cinematography is really brought to life and given a resurrection courtesy of this Dolby Vision transfer. So whether it's a lighter scene or a darker scene, everything looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not at all disappointed with what I see here. This is another A-list transfer from Kino Lorber. The one place this release is lacking a bit, however, is bonus features. We get a feature-length commentary track, and then we get a theatrical trailer for the film, as well as trailers for a few other releases on Kino Lorber. Again, I wish there'd been a little more in terms of bonus features, but I'm not terribly disappointed with the package overall. The movie's entertaining as can be, and the picture quality is top-notch. If you're a fan of Paint Your Wagon, or you're just someone who seems to be intrigued by this notion and you want to check it out, I would highly recommend adding this release to your collection. How about you? Are you a fan of Paint Your Wagon? You think this is one of the best westerns you've ever seen, despite being a musical and a comedy? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm UHD Carlson. I'll see you next time.